One to this week astrology for the week of September 15th to September 21st. I hope everybody is doing well. Let's see what's going on this week, shall we? But first, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Joshua the Psychic. I do psychic astrology readings, coaching, and you can find out more information about my services on my website, psychicsun.com. There you can also find information about gift certificates, parties, as well as your horoscopes for this lunation, the next lunation, actually. And you can also check out horoscopes, actually, for the current lunation, which is the new moon in Virgo cycle, the waxing moon. And on the 17th of September, we'll have our lunar eclipse. So you'll see horoscopes for that on my website. So give you a quick recap of last week. On Saturday, September 7th, Mercury entered Virgo. As Mercury moved into Virgo, we're focusing on clarity and analysis. This phase invites us to enhance our communication and problem-solving skills. It encourages meticulous attention to detail, organizing our thoughts, refining our strategies, so we can use this time to improve efficiency, review our plans, and address any issues with a precise, thoughtful approach. It's an ideal moment for clear, effective communication and making informed decisions. Mercury entered Virgo on Saturday, September 7th, and it will stay in Virgo until the 26th of September. So check and double check things and enjoy Mercury very strong in Virgo. Because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, as is Gemini. So enjoy that. And let's talk about this week and how you can make the most of it. Make the most of just one small day. That's what we do here on This Week Astrology. So on Sunday, the 15th of September, we're, of course, still under our waxing moon phase. So we're drawing energy in from that Virgo new moon that we had on the 2nd of September, taking inspired action, pursuing our desires, and exploring paths to miracles. And remember, all miracles are based on love. So if you want more miracles in your life, love more, and you'll experience more miracles. It'll be miraculous. On Sunday, your day's planetary ruler, of course, is the sun. The sun's day connects us to the eternal present moment. So it's a day to enjoy your life and do those things that light you up with joy. It can be very creative, it can be very, very loving, it can even be romantic and fun. So do enjoy Sunday. This is our last week of summer. So I know that, like, with Labor Day, we can say that it's the end of summer, but really it's the end of the summer on the 22nd when we have our fall equinox, when the sun enters Libra. So this week is your last week of summertime. So do enjoy that however you might. I don't know, depending on where you are, it might not feel like summer still. I know in LA, we had a heat wave. It was like in the hundreds for a series of days, probably about 3 or 4 days. And now it's dropped like 30 degrees. But it'll come up to 80 actually today. But we're already feeling the change in season. So do enjoy your summertime while we have it, because all the seasons, of course, have a different vibration. And I'm gonna personally miss summer. I love fall, of course, even more than summer, but I will miss summer. So we must enjoy it this week. That's for sure. Your moon on Sunday will be in Aquarius. Keywords for Aquarius include innovative, independent, humanitarian, eccentric, intellectual, unconventional, friendly, visionary, progressive, rebellious, and original. And numerologically on Sunday, it's a 15, which represents balance and harmony. It signifies temperance, healing, and fairness, balancing justice with compassion. So do enjoy your Sunday. It's going to be a nice day. And actually, on this day, in 1978, Muhammad Ali won the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship for the 3rd time with his victory over Leon Spinks. He scored a convincing 15-round unanimous decision over Spinks to regain ring and WBA heavyweight titles at the Superdome in New Orleans on this day. So maybe you could watch some Muhammad Ali Capricorn that he was, with, I believe, a Leo rising. He had very strong Leo in his chart. So do enjoy that on Sunday. And on Monday, the 16th of September, we're under our waxing moon phase. This is the last day of our waxing moon phase, that time from the new moon to the full moon in which we're drawing in energy, pursuing our desires, and exploring paths to miracles. So that's your final push, so to speak, to draw stuff in. And then come the 17th, which we're going to talk about. It's about letting go. So we're drawing in until the 17th. And then the 17th comes, we have that full moon, and we release, we let go. On Monday, the 16th, it's the moon's day. Every Monday is the most sensitive, porous day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care and nurture your subconscious mind. Your moon on Monday will be in Aquarius until 5:38 a.m. East, at which point it's going to shift into Pisces. The shift to Pisces will foster intuition and emotional depth for creative and spiritual growth. And 16, numerologically on Monday, embodies introspection and intuition. It signifies analysis, understanding, and insight, blending self-discovery with spiritual depth. And happy Mayflower Day! Commemorate the 102 early settlers who sought freedom and a new beginning, paving the way for future immigrants in search of dreams and new opportunities. So we can reflect on journeys of courage, celebrate pioneering spirit, and embrace the lessons from history with gratitude and insight. Happy Mayflower Day, everyone. And on Tuesday, the 17th of September, well, this is it. We have our Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. So you want to trust your intuition, release any illusions, because this lunar eclipse is conjunct Neptune, so it fuzzies things perhaps. Embrace transformation, seek clarity, and align with higher truths. And action-oriented Mars, of course, rules your day on Tuesday, so it's ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. However, I would say on eclipse day, it's usually better to respond to things as opposed to taking action and initiating. Obviously, if you have to, you have to. But good rule of thumb is to lie a little bit low. It's not a matter of the energy of the eclipse. It's all in one day and everything winds up happening. You might not be affected at all by the eclipse. There are plenty of eclipses that you probably weren't affected by one bit. But the energy will be intense, and you might want to just allow yourself to lie low a little bit and respond as opposed to initiate. So even though it's a Tuesday, which is good for extra courage, drive, and initiative, I would say that this Tuesday, you might want to just chill out a little bit, lie low, and make sure your ducks are in a row. We have to give a little bit of more focus on clarity and being clear and refining things, essentially. And your moon, of course, on Tuesday, with the Pisces full moon, will be in Pisces. Keywords for Pisces include compassionate, intuitive, artistic, empathetic, sensitive, imaginative, selfless, escapist, idealistic, romantic, adaptable, and kind. Pisces are very kind people, like their counterpart, Virgo, their opposite sign. And on Tuesday, numerologically, it's the 17th. So it's a 17, which represents optimism and spirituality. Think wisdom, enlightenment, and inner strength. And essentially, we're balancing contemplation with higher ideals. So it's a card of a number of hope. For those of you who know the tarot, 17 is the star card. So we have the Tower card, card 16, where things get struck with lightning that don't belong in our lives, and it's like a humbling from a higher plane. And then the 17th comes, or the star card comes, and we have hope for the future. And it's Constitution Day. Congress on this day in 1787 held its final meeting to sign the Constitution, and they painstakingly labored over it to make it perfect. So do celebrate the Constitution on Constitution Day. Definitely a good day to be very patriotic. So for that lunar eclipse that we have on the 17th, I have a lot of resources for you. You can check out your Tarotscopes for that lunation. The link to that is in the description below. And if you're old school and you want some written horoscopes, well, check out my website, psychicsun.com/news. The link to your written horoscopes for this lunation are in the description below. And if you don't know, you should definitely get my Substack newsletter. I do a newsletter, goes out every week. It's a companion piece to this show, and then you'll get insight into every single day, and you can actually plan your week by it. A lot of people do. So do enjoy that. The link to my Substack is also in the description below. And on Wednesday, the 18th of September, since we had our full moon lunar eclipse on the 17th of September, on the 18th, we now start our waning moon phase. So remember, the new moon phase, we're drawing in. The waning moon phase, we're letting go. We're embracing introspection, releasing what no longer serves us. It's ideal for gratitude, forgiveness, and rest, and preparing for renewal for your fall season. And Mercury, planet of communication, rules your day on Wednesday. So expect lots of correspondences. Be flexible and pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room, as you never know what might come up out of the blue on Mercury's day. And Mercury is really strong now. Not only is it out of its post-shadow period, making communication a hell of a lot easier, but also Mercury is in Virgo. So that makes it even more strong because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. On Wednesday, your moon will be in intuitive Pisces until 5:23 a.m. East, at which point it's going to shift to Aries. So Aries is going to ignite our initiative and our drive for dynamic actions and new beginnings, which is perfect timing, right, for our fall equinox that's coming up as well on the 22nd, which we'll talk about next week. So 18 on Wednesday, numerologically, embodies introspection and wisdom. It signifies understanding, spirituality, and compassion. Think deep thought with empathy. We're balancing deep thought with empathy. And Mercury in Virgo on Wednesday will oppose Saturn in Pisces. So what we're having to do is balance practicality with our intuition, address challenges in communication and planning, and confront limits with patience and clarity. All right. Matthew McConaughey has this aspect in his chart. His Mercury opposes Saturn in Taurus. So he is a Scorpio, and his Mercury is in Scorpio. And that Mercury in Scorpio, actually, that he has is very important because McConaughey is a Gemini rising, which makes Mercury the ruler of his chart. Then we say, okay, well, where's Mercury in McConaughey's chart? It's in Scorpio. So that Mercury in Scorpio bosses all the other planets around. It's very, very important. And actually, in McConaughey's chart, there's a lot of like squares. In fact, I think it's his moon is square to his ascendant. He's a Gemini rising, and his moon is in Virgo. Let me see if that's correct. Yeah. So all of the conflict that you can actually see in his chart between the square with his rising and his moon, and also that opposition between his Mercury and Saturn, you can actually see how he's put all that energy into his work. Number one, he's really, really ambitious, right? And when you have all that conflict, it's like sort of a lot of fire, right? He put that into his work, and then he put it into his characters. So definitely a lesson in self-expression. If we have any really rough aspects, we can put all that energy to climbing big mountains and doing what we can to reach the top. So maybe watch a McConaughey film on Wednesday. That might be fun. And on Thursday, the 19th of September, of course, we're still under our waning moon phase, so we're releasing energy. Forgiveness is really good for this period, of course. That'll open up more abundance in your life. And Jupiter, the greater benefic, is the ruler of the day on Thursday. So Jupiter is the planet of luck and abundance. On Thursday, it's time to think big, doubt your limits, and go beyond your stretch. Stay loose, literally, as the body is the unconscious mind. And that's going to help you to expand and grow and really just go out on a limb. Take a leap of faith on Thursday, although just make sure your leaps are measured. The energy of the eclipse will still be very, very strong on Thursday. And your moon on Thursday will be in Aries. Keywords for Aries include energetic, courageous, adventurous, dynamic, confident, impulsive, assertive, enthusiastic, competitive, headstrong, and very independent. Aries are very independent. And on Thursday, it's a 19 numerologically, which, if you know the tarot, is the sun. A very optimistic number. 19 represents completion and transformation. It signifies fulfillment, endings, and renewal. Think accomplishment with new beginnings. And on Thursday, we have the sun in Virgo making a nice trine to Uranus in Taurus. So this is very, very sweet. We love trines. Embrace innovation and change. It's ideal for unexpected breakthroughs and practical yet visionary actions. One of my favorite actresses, Sybil Shepherd, has this aspect in her chart. She has Sun trine Uranus. Her Sun is actually in the very last degree of Aquarius at 29, and her Uranus is in the very first degree of Cancer. So, because that Cancerian energy is so very, very close to Gemini, there is a trine there. So she also is an Aquarius with a Pisces moon and a Virgo rising. And that Virgo rising is very important because it makes Mercury the ruler of her chart. And her Mercury is at 5 degrees Aquarius. So fun fact about Sybil Shepherd. Remember the show Moonlighting, of course, right? Well, she and Bruce Willis, their charts are very, very interesting. There's certainly a karma going on with their charts because her sun is in Aquarius and her moon is in Pisces. Bruce Willis, his sun is in Pisces and his moon is in Aquarius. So I don't know exactly the degrees, but essentially it's sun conjunct moon, which is really, really good for relationships. It's best oftentimes when the man has his sun conjuncting the woman's moon because the moon is typically feminine and the sun is masculine. But in her case, or their case, Bruce and Sybil, it's the opposite because her sun is on his moon and his sun is on her moon, which actually it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice little balance that they have. So when you watch Moonlighting, you'll hear that theme song that there's a time in which the sun and the moon share the same space. So even the theme song speaks about their astrology, which makes sense why they had such great chemistry. Also, a 29-degree Aquarius, Sybil Shepherd is, which is like as Aquarius you can get. So she's really a master of being Aquarius in terms of perhaps her comedic timing. Comedy often has to do with timing, and Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius. So in any case, maybe watch some episodes of Moonlighting or any Sybil Shepherd flick. I would suggest Chances Are. It's a great film. It's about reincarnation, and it's very cute. Robert Downey Jr. and Mary Stuart Masterson are in it as well. So check that out if you are so inclined. And on Friday, the 20th of September, of course, we're now under our waning moon phase since we had our full moon in Pisces, that lunar eclipse. So we're letting go. Venus, planet of love, rules your day on Friday. So stay in the vibration of gratitude, that vibration of receivership, and spread as much love around as possible. We should be doing that every day, but particularly on Friday. And on Friday, your moon will stay in energized, proactive Aries until 5:02 a.m. East, at which point it will shift to Taurus, bringing us a double whammy of Venus energy because Friday is Venus's day and Taurus is ruled by Venus. That shift to Taurus moon on Friday at 5:02 a.m. brings stability and practicality for grounding efforts. So essentially, what we typically do is we start stuff when the moon is in Aries, and then we finish it off or nurture it if it still needs work when the moon is in Taurus. So nurture whatever you have started when that moon is in Taurus. It's a great moon. The moon is actually happiest in Taurus. So that's going to be a really nice Friday for you, is my guess. Also, Friday, of course, is the 20th. So 20 numerologically embodies harmony and cooperation. It signifies teamwork, diplomacy, and balance, merging relationships with fairness. So we get two aspects on Friday. Mercury and Virgo will square Jupiter in Gemini. So avoid overthinking, and definitely, if you're getting upset about something, take a beat, because it's probably much ado about nothing. That we also have Neptune in Pisces opposing the Sun in Virgo. So this aspect can bring confusion, and with that square, it can bring conflict. You could be confused about something and create a conflict. So you want to, again, err on the side of caution. Always assume positive intent and stay grounded. William Albert Ackman, American billionaire, hedge fund manager, founder, and chief executive officer of Pershing Square Capital Management. He has this aspect in his chart, the opposition with his Sun and Neptune. He actually is a Taurus Sun, and his Neptune is in Scorpio. And for the record, Ackman is a Taurus Sun, Capricorn rising, with his moon in Aquarius. Now, that Capricorn rising, of course, is significant because that makes Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, the ruler of his chart. And his Saturn is in Pisces. So no wonder he's doing so well around now, right? With Saturn being in Pisces, helping him to refine things. So maybe explore investments on Friday in honor of Ackman. And then finally on Saturday, the 21st of September, we're under our waning moon phase from our lunar eclipse. So we're releasing what doesn't feel good, what is love flows, what is not goes. And Saturn, planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility, rules Saturday, every Saturday. So it pays to set yourself up for success for the week ahead. It's better to get your ducks in a row on Saturday than Sunday, because of course Sunday is about celebration. And just so you know, just a heads up, on the 22nd of September, Sunday the 22nd, is fall. It's our fall equinox. So this is the last day of summer, technically, the 21st. So do enjoy your last day of summer. If it's nice where you are, definitely get some sunshine. And on Saturday, your moon will be in Taurus. Keywords for Taurus on your Saturday include reliable, loyal. Tauruses are very loyal, practical, sensual, stable, determined, stubborn, artistic, comfort-seeking, persistent, and patient. Tauruses are very patient people. To a point. And 21 numerologically on Saturday represents success and fulfillment. It signifies achievement, celebration, and satisfaction, balancing triumph with gratitude. And we have a beautiful trine on Saturday to end our week, which I'm really excited about. That ought to be nice. The Sun in Virgo will trine Pluto in Capricorn. So if you're looking to make some big changes, well, Saturday might be the day to do them. That trine is going to make any changes that you make a lot easier. So you want to harness deep transformation with this aspect. It's excellent for strategic changes and empowering growth through disciplined efforts. So you might want to strategize, right? Grace Kelly has this aspect in her chart. She has her Sun in Scorpio, or had her Sun in Scorpio, trining her Pluto in Cancer. In fact, that trine that she has is exact. Her Sun is at 19 degrees Scorpio, and her Pluto is at 19 degrees Cancer. Grace Kelly actually has a beautiful grand water trine in her chart. So an equilateral triangle, all of water signs between her Sun in Scorpio, her Pisces moon, I believe it is. She has her Sun in Scorpio, her moon in Pisces, her Pluto in Cancer, and that makes a big grand trine. And her Mars actually is also in Scorpio, really close to her Sun, within about 6 degrees. So what Grace Kelly had was, with this equilateral triangle in her chart, all of water, a grand water trine. So she could put that water toward anything that she wanted. And that she did, right? So whenever you have a grand trine, depending on the element it's in, you get a lot of blessings It just is easier for you. In fact, in astrology, we say you got to mind the trine, because when people have grand trines, they take for granted, or they could take for granted, their great gifts. Her gifts are emotional, watery. That's why she was probably so beautiful, why she was able to manifest so much. She was, I think, Princess of Monaco. I don't know, but she was a great actress and quite beautiful. So maybe watch some Grace Kelly this weekend. That might be really nice. And just mind that trine, because it's great for you to, it's a great day for you to really think about the changes that you want to make. And really, with that Virgo sun and that Pluto and Capricorn, it will be great for you to strategize and say, okay, well, what's the best case scenario here? And what's the most practical way to go about achieving it? So get out your notebook, make your plans. And there you have it, folks. We went through the week. We set you up for success. We're preparing you for that lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces on the 17th. And do check out all my resources in the description below. We have our Tarotscopes, our horoscopes, lots of videos. And if you need any personal help, well, you know where to find me, psychicsun.com, and I'd be happy to help. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and I shall for sure see you soon. Bye-bye.